After 4 Alien films and 2 Predator films, we actually get ourselves a film where the two would go up against each other in 2004. Alien versus Predator. But is it really that bad, or can I give this monster fight some good old fashioned Big D justice? Find out in this review right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2004 sci-fi action horror flick Alien vs. Predator, or AVP for short, released by Fox and written and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, starring Sanaa Lathan, Raoul Bova, Lance Henriksen, Ewen Bremner, Colin, Salmon, and Tommy Flanagan. The first film installment of this little AVP series, and the fifth overall Alien and third overall Predator film. Adapting a crossover bringing together the two creatures of the Alien Predator series, a concept which originated in a comic book from 1989 written by Randy Stradley and Chris Warner. Anderson wrote the story with the creators of the Alien franchise, Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett, receiving additional story credit due to the incorporation of elements from the Alien series. And Anderson and Shane Salerno adapted the story into a screenplay. Their writing was influenced by Aztec mythology, the comic book series, and the writings of Eric von Däniken. In the film, scientists are caught in the crossfire of an ancient battle between aliens and predators as they attempt to escape a bygone pyramid. The film was released in August of 2004. Well, it did fare and what have you, but it got dissed though big time. But it still did fine. Let's get into the story. In 2004, a Predator ship arrives on Earth and uses a heating device to melt a hole in Antarctic ice. Meanwhile, a satellite detects the heat bloom beneath, well, can't really pronounce it, maybe. Boivatoya, Toya, sorry if I mispronounced it, an island about 1,000 miles at 1,600 kilometers off the coast of Antarctica. Wealthy industrialist Charles Wayland discovers through thermal imaging that there is a pyramid buried 2,000 feet, which is 610 meters, beneath the ice. He assembles a team of experts to investigate, including archaeologists, linguists, mercenaries, and a mountaineering guide named Lex Woods. Terminally ill, Wayland desires to claim the discovery in his name. When the team arrives at the abandoned whaling station, they find a newly made tunnel running directly from the ice's surface toward the pyramid beneath. The team descends the tunnel and begins to explore the pyramid, soon finding evidence of an ancient civilization and what appears to be a sacrificial chamber filled with human skeletons that all have ruptured rib cages. Meanwhile, 3 predators, Scar, Celtic, and Chopper, arrive and kill the remaining team members on the surface. They make their way down to the pyramid and arrive just as the team unwittingly activates the structure and is trapped within it. The xenomorph queen awakens from cryogenic stasis and begins to produce eggs. When the eggs hatch, several face-huggers attach themselves to humans trapped in the sacrificial chamber. Chest bursters emerge from the humans and quickly grow into adult xenomorphs. The humans take possession of the Predator's blasters, and conflict erupts between the Predators, xenomorphs, and humans. Celtic and Chopper are killed by a xenomorph, and Wayland buys Lex, an Italian archaeologist, Sebastian De Rosa, enough time to escape from Scar, giving his life in the process. The two witness Scar kill a face-hugger and a xenomorph before unmasking and marking himself with the acidic blood of the face-hugger. After Lex and Sebastian leave, another face-hugger attacks Scar. Through translation of the pyramid's hieroglyphs, Lex and Sebastian learn that the Predators have been visiting Earth for thousands of years. They taught the early human civilization how to build pyramids and were worshipped as gods. Every 100 years, they visit Earth to take part in a rite of passage by which several humans sacrifice themselves as hosts for the xenomorphs, creating the ultimate prey for the predators to hunt. As a failsafe, if overwhelmed, the predators would activate a self-destruct device to eliminate the xenomorphs. They deduced that the predators lured them into the pyramid to use as a sacrifice. Now for the final act and the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You're going to have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Lex and Sebastian decide that the predators must be allowed to succeed so that the xenomorphs do not escape to the surface. Sebastian is captured by a xenomorph, and Lex returns the blaster to Scar. They are attacked by a xenomorph, and Lex manages to kill it. Impressed, Scar uses parts of a dead xenomorph to fashion weapons for Lex, and the two form an alliance. Lex finds Sebastian, who has become the host of a xenomorph. She mercy kills him, but the xenomorph queen is freed from her restraints and, along with the other xenomorphs, begins pursuing Lex and Scar. Scar detaches and uses a bomb in his wrist module to destroy the pyramid and the remaining xenomorphs and eggs. Lex and Scar reach the surface, and Scar uses acidic xenomorph blood to mark Lex with the xenomorph hunter symbol. However, the xenomorph queen reappears and attacks. They defeat the queen by hooking her chains to a water tank and pushing her over a cliff so that she sinks to the ocean floor under the tank's weight. Scar is fatally wounded. A Predator spaceship appears, and its crew retrieves its fallen comrade. An elder Predator presents Lex with a spear as a gift. As the spaceship departs, Lex walks over to a snowcat and leaves the area. On the Predator's spaceship, Scar's body lies at rest when a Predalien chestburster erupts from his chest. End of story. So what did I think of Alien versus Predator? Well, I think it was fine and what have you. I mean, well, I liked the feel to it, but yeah, it might not have been that great. This was sort of a guilty pleasure of mine. And while despite being dissed by critics, the film went on to make 177 million worldwide, making it the second highest grossing film in either franchise of the two, behind Prometheus, which I was going to review this month, but I had to remove it. But I will review it though. But however, it ranks third behind Aliens and Prometheus at the domestic box office. Now the reviews have been terrible. It sits at 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying that gore without scares and cardboard cutout characters make this Clash of the Monsters a dull sit. Yeah, this film actually got a PG-13 rating, and well, it was fine and all, but it just wasn't great though. Now, Film Threat says, for a big dumb production about a movie monster smackdown, the film is a surprisingly good time. Orlando Weekly said Anderson clearly relished making this wonderful, utterly silly film. His heart shows in every drip of slime. And Horror.com called it a pretty movie to look at with its grandiose sets and top-notch creature FX, but it's a lot like Anderson's previous works in that it's all facade and no foundation. Yes, because I should point out that he recently worked on the film Resident Evil before this. Anyway, and the Dallas Morning News called the film a transparent attempt to jumpstart two rundown franchises. But it's okay. It was fine and all. I don't consider this to be the best film in the franchise, but it does have some pretty good suspense and thrills and what have you. Well, more thrills than suspense, though. Let's see. Now, I did have it on DVD, but I sold it. But I revisited a time or two because later on I watched the special edition of it. I'll get to that in a moment. It was released on physical Mia early in 2005. In January. A couple months, well, not a couple of months, I mean, a little over a month later, a special 2 disc Extreme Edition came out with more stuff and what have you. And then in November of 2005, a special Unrated edition came out, which I actually saw on Prime Video last year, which I thought was much better and what have you than the theatrical cut. That was definitely good. Now DVD Town remarked that the extra footage contained a few more shots of blood, gore, guts, and slime to spice things up, and tiny bits of connected matter to help us follow the storyline better, but none of it amounts to much. Well, that's understandable. At least it managed to give more what we should have gotten, though. Now, and another thing, I liked the score from this from Harold Closer. I thought it was pretty good. Now, as for our cast, we have Sanaa Lathan playing Lex. She's pretty good. And she's loosely based on Machiko from the self-titled quadrilogy. And by the quadrilogy, I do mean the Aliens versus Predator. Raoul Bova played DeRosa, and he was good. Lance Henriksen had played Wayland before. Of course, he returned again. That was good to have him back. Ewen Bremner plays Dr. Graham Miller. Not bad. Colin Salmon played Maxwell Stafford. He was fine. Tommy Flanagan as Mark Verheiden. Not too bad. Now, Tom Woodruff played the alien. And the alien played by him is listed in the film's credits as Grid, referencing crosshatch scars from Predator neck constriction in the battle with the Predator called Celtic. Excuse me. Ian White played the Predator in Scar. Well, of course, that was Scar. But also played the other Predators as well. The Elder, the Chopper, and Celtic. So, that was pretty good, playing various kinds of predators. Anyway, with everything said, Alien vs. Predator is fine, what have you, but would I recommend you watch it? Well, I'd say maybe a one-time watch, but you can watch either version, but I think I'd recommend you go with the unrated version. After seeing that version one time, I think that's a much better version than the PG-13 version. So, because you get blood and gore, and why just like what we could get from the other Alien and Predator films, So that's about it. So I do hope you enjoyed this, and I know you might enjoy it if you like both franchises. But again, watch the unrated version if you can. So what did you think of Alien vs. Predator? Oh yeah, and 3 years later there would be a sequel, Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, but which I've only seen one time, but I'll try and rewatch it another time and save a review of it for another day. But what were your thoughts on this film, Alien vs. Predator? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Blue Sky Studios' second film. Yes, I'm going to review another Fox film, and that's Robots. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out my reviews for some of these other alien type flicks. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Aliens from 1986, which that was a very good film. The upper right-hand corner, or you can see more of the Predator with my review of Predator from 1987, or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent review of Predator 2 from 1990. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.